I forgot to shoot the beginning of this. Warframe! Hotfix 31.7.2. That's right, there is actually an update to Warframe, but it's not called an update, it's called Hotfix 31.7.2. And what this has basically done is, if we open this up, because the quality of life changes that have come in this have placed Ash in here. Removed Harrow. Is it Harrow from here? But they've added Ash's parts to drop from Railjack missions. Corpus Railjack Extermination and Volatile missions, to be exact. They've reduced the Endo drop slightly and thrown Ash in there. For the Corpus Survival and Defense, same thing. They've reduced the Endo and thrown Ash components in there as well. With, it's Oberon's Neuroptics that no longer drop from the Veil Proxima on, well, just anywhere, and it now drops on Earth. Reducing the Endo drop slightly there. They're reducing Endo drop slightly for a reason. People are just stacking Endo. That has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that, well, Digital Extreme haven't released anything new in this game and yeah. All the annoying things aside, there is a huge change that is actually worth kind of mentioning here. The quality of life change, the best and basically the only quality of life change here. They've moved Ash around and moved Oberon around, but the Syndicate Medallion quality of life changes. Just in case you didn't know, which most people do, Syndicate Medallions, well, there's a big thing at the top right of the screen. I'm hovering over it, says Syndicate. If you go here and you do any mission here for a syndicate that you are part of, in those missions you can pick up medallions that you can then take to a relay and trade for standing. You can do exactly the same thing right here with holdfasts. And what they have done is they have made this a squad wide pickup. That's right, medallions picked up will benefit the whole squads. There's no backtracking required, so you can literally do any mission and just assign one person to go around and find the medallions. And when that one person picks one up, everybody gets them. There is a lot of talk in here about how this all works, but not really. It's basically right there. Syndicate Medallions, 6 core syndicates, and the Angels of Zaramon missions themselves, that's the 6 different syndicates, are now a team-wide pickup. So even for the Angels of the Zaramon stuff, I'm saying that, but the Zaramon missions, don't know why they had the Angels of the in there. The Zaramon missions, same thing. The pinions that are picked up are supposed to be shared between everybody. That is what it says in here. Hence the reason it mentions Void Plumes. This whole change right here is something that everybody has wanted for a long time. Not just that, but in Railjack, when somebody picks up resources, well actually no, they tend to not work for everybody. Sometimes some of them do, not all of them. But the affinity is spread map wide. Everybody is still waiting for them to make that quality of life and take away that silly little 50-meter range that you have to be close to allies to get shared affinity, and just get rid of it like they have in Railjack, so everybody gets affinity no matter where they are on the map. I still think they should just make it so if you're all in the same room, so basically defense missions, everybody gets stuff as long as they're in the main room, not the spawn room, because that's always separate. That's how you get around people AFKing in missions. But then again, they can just go to the objective and sit there. That's the same kind of problem with the Zaramon Pinions and Syndicate Medallions. They can now do exactly the same thing. There is no getting around this, apart from, you know, that little bit of just make the mission run a little bit longer and they'll be automatically timed out. And for anybody actually reading this, the last bit basically is just about a ribbon change where they have reduced the amount of ribbons that you need to find. As for everything else in this update, I know there's only the one image, and this is hugely problematic and also annoying at the same time, since if we come in here, unless you run Warframe through Steam, you can't even see the Tennogen stuff, because the Tennogen stuff outside of Steam is the stuff available by using Platinum. And they keep saying that they cannot do this, but, well, there it is right there. Tennogen started in-game as purchase with platinum items. But now it is a Steam store item thing. Interested to see how this all works when crossplay and everything else works, because literally Tennogen will have to be synced everywhere. And how do the people who design these actually get paid? Also, is this free? Because this doesn't have a number. Ah, no, there it is. I had to hover over it, didn't I? I should have just clicked on it and hoped it was free. But what we do have is that, believe it or not, on the far left, that's Lavos. It took me a few seconds because in this picture is Mesa's skin, Vauban's skin, and Lavos' skin. We'll have a look at the list so you can see who made them in a second. And yeah, okay. Well, that's Mesa on the right, and that's Vauban in the middle. Yeah, Lavos finally has a Tennogen skin, and wow, does that thing look absolutely amazing. Don't have to mention who these ones are because there is a Garuda helmet and a Revenant helmet. In case you can't figure it out, Revenant would be the one in the middle with all the goop coming off it. And yeah, Operator accessories, an Oculus, a pair of goggles that looks like Lotus infected you and you have a growth coming out of your eyes. It doesn't look bad, don't get me wrong, that's just literally the first thing that popped to mind when I seen this. Does still look nice, but all the Tennogen stuff tends to look nice because the people who make it are very talented. Not Digital Extreme side of things, the people the creators of the skins. So that's why it's called Tennogen, because it's created by players of the game. Well, maybe once upon a time. And this is why I do not like the fact that they have called it Tennogen Round 22 Part 1, because we have a polearm skin that looks amazing. Fact that the person is called Kakarot, that joke does not go by me, especially after what's happened in... All I will say is what happened in a different game yesterday, because Kakarot is technically in that game. But damn, that looks nice. This is the kind of thing they should have taken as a skin and made a weapon of. Just kind of buy the design off the person for $100 or so and stick it in the game as an actual item. Because I do like the look of that. But Steam hates me. One Sandana. Yes, that's right. One. I'm not really sure why they've split... Well, I do know why they've split this into two parts. I did record a video prior to this. That's why it says this was 44 minutes. Two bits of armor. There is shoulder armor and chest armor. Not an armor set. No, these are separate to each other. I do still absolutely love some of these. They look amazing. I just wish Steam didn't hate me and would let me actually load this thing up in Steam, because again, in case you didn't know it, Tennogen is skins created by people who want to create them or using the Steam workshop. Yes, that is right, the Steam workshop. And then the kind of so many are chosen and Digital Extreme add them into the game. And the reason that they're sold on Steam is profits from a shared profit of these goes to the people who designed them before Digital Extreme actually add them. Tennogen is quite literally players making content for the game. So this was round 22, part 1. Part 1. Yeah, this would have looked so much better with a second Sandana there. But they decided to split this into two parts, and I'm not very happy in the reasoning for this, but hey, at least we have that amazing skin, because Mesa looks nice, Vauban looks like somebody stole a ship, because he looks like a captain. Actually, I would say more admiral-ish, but yeah. Lavos, Erenix, or however you pronounce that name, that skin is absolutely amazing. And you can actually go and see who makes these. You can do this in game. I will try to get that sorted and get that kind of fixed as quickly as possible. And I want to make that its own little video, because god damn, that skin's nice enough to actually buy. So still no rebuilding of the relay events. News on when the next dev stream is. It's not like it's been 3 months or anything. 2 months. Month before tennocon and a month after. It's going to be 3 months in about 2 weeks though. But yep. I can get away with this being a pretty decent update for one major reason. The changes to medallions that now allow pinions to be shared here and syndicate medallions to be shared across here. Yeah, that's something a lot of people have suggested for years, and I'm glad to see they're finally listening to the community instead of, I'm just going to say whatever they're doing these days. But with that, we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch yous tomorrow when I finally get this working in Steam, because it's updated 3 times, and yeah, that's been an hour I'll never get back.